morning, good evening, whatever it is, I am back. We didn't film, well, I didn't film anything yesterday. We had a bit of a shitty day. Lost the tire on the DBS. I'll insert some photos. But yeah, we lost probably a good half a day to that. It was just a case of the bearing. A bearing had shit itself without me realizing, and yeah, just completely collapsed and let go, fell off the axle, and yeah, when I jumped out to do a seed check, I stumbled across one of my wheels on the ground. But we were pretty fortunate. We got across to Cleve, grabbed the parts and had it back running again in the same day, so that was good. But yeah, we definitely lost some ground on that one. We sort of have gotten on top of the hydraulic issue, I think, with that flow rate dropped right down, so that's good. But I am about to head to Port Lincoln to pick up another load of fertilizer, so that's pretty exciting, because there was at one stage there before we'd even started seeding that we were very unsure about what fertilizer we were going to be able to pick up, because they were giving us no information at all, and that was purely because they didn't really know either. But yeah, it was very uncertain there for a good 2 months. We weren't sure if we were going to get any at all, but the boys are well and truly into the wheat now. We're going to change to Tomahawk on Friday. It's Wednesday today, so only a few more days on that. And we also had a new sprayer arrive, new to us anyway. So that was delivered yesterday, and yeah, got run through how to run that. So there's a bit going on, but I'll take you with me. We're going down to Port Lincoln to pick up 55 tonne of DAP. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Truck does not sound anywhere near as nice as so this is the 4900 with a Cummins ISX in it, and then the 4800 that we have, that's got a C15 in it, Cat C15, and holy shit, that sounds so much better. And I reckon it actually pulls harder than this Cummins, but this truck is a lot nicer than the 4800. Just drives a lot nicer and tows a lot better, but I don't think it pulls as hard as the C15 does. We have made it to Port Lincoln. We've got 4 trucks in front of me, so it's a bit of a line. It'll probably take me an hour or so to get through here, and then yeah, it's a 2 hour trip down and 2 hour trip back, so lose a bit of time. But I'll show you how it's all loaded inside, hopefully, and get some footage of that. It's pretty cool how they got a little delivery system on a belt, but we'll try and get a bit of footage of it for you. Righto, so we've made it, and I'm currently being loaded. So there's a loader in that shed that fills the hopper in there, and then that comes down on that delivery bag. Up and got me paperwork, so it's time for the 2 hour trip home, and then I don't think we're going to take this into the shed. I think this is going to get all good straight out, so that'll save that job. We made it back safely, got the truck parked over there ready to unload into the other truck that we use for seeding, but I don't know what I've got the rest of the day. I think I'll be I gotta put nozzle. We're putting new nozzles on the new boom spray, so we're gonna change them over. But once that's done, I'm not sure. I think that might be it for the day, but I'll see. I don't know if the video is going to end here or if we'll go for the next one. G'day guys, welcome back. I don't know. I need to get better at keeping track of what I've recorded. At the time of recording this, which is it's the 5th of May today, I still haven't actually even posted a video yet, but I plan to post the first one tonight. It just takes me a while to edit them and yeah, choose what to have in the video. But as you may notice, it is very quiet. I'm out in the paddock, but yeah, the DBS will not lift up. I think I was telling you guys about how I was having issues with the hydraulics, and we sort of come up with a solution, and that was to back the pressure off from the tractor, because we think that it was having high amounts of flow going through this block. It was tripping it out, and it was shutting itself off and not allowing the tractor to control it. And I think it has officially given up the ghost. We ordered a new one because we hang on, just let me climb down here. Yeah, so we ordered a new one because we were suspicious that may happen, because what this controls the lift cylinders. So what it does is it isolates it from the tractor, so that when we disconnect it from the tractor post seeding, that it can stay up on its own hydraulics. Otherwise, when we disconnect it, it would slowly lose pressure and drop. But yeah, so what's happening, we think is it's isolating it from the tractor. Something might have let go internally, and yeah, it's not letting us lift it up at all at the moment. So I'm going to replace the block itself, and hopefully that fixes it. So I've already started to some degree to pull it apart. I'm by no means a mechanic, so this is going to be interesting, but it just looks like an oversized or a more expensive piece of Lego. So let's see how we go. I'm gonna hook it all up before I mount this block to the frame, just to make sure that this is the issue, because I'd rather do that now. I'd rather know before I bloody take the time in mounting this back to the frame. So that's interesting. So I'm just going to try and chase back these lines here. I need to figure out what one goes to the inner fold lift ram, and the outer. So that one comes to. So those are the inners, and that's the outers. Cool. So yeah, as I was saying at the start of the video, well, that's the thing. I don't even know if this is partway through a video, or if this is yeah, the start of a video or what, because at this very current moment I haven't put all the videos that I've recorded so far into an actual YouTube video. I've done one, and I'm halfway through another one. But yeah, so I need to get better at like creating a start and a stop for my videos, because at the moment I'm just recording snippets that happen throughout the day. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm learning as we go. But it's good. Keeps me I get tired on the tractor very easily, so having something to do like recording is actually it's quite good. Keeps you awake. I should also add that yeah, I haven't filmed for a few days. I think the last thing I filmed was going to Lincoln to get fertilizer. I've just been flat out, and yeah, haven't had time really to film anything with commitments outside of farming, and also just yeah, seeding's been nuts. But since recording, you may not be able to see it in the background, but the gods favoured us, and we ended up with, yeah, we've had what is it, 15 mils of rain nearly since I last filmed, which was awesome. We had a whole lot of horrible wind on Friday night, which, yeah, I put up a post on the Instagram about that. That was pretty wild. I think it got up to over like 60 something k's an hour gusts. So yeah, that was not enjoyable whatsoever. But we, yeah, as I said, have since had some significant rain, which has settled the dust, and also means that pretty much everything we've sown to this date and for the next week will germinate. So for anyone that knows the situation that we've had the last few years with seeding and this time of year, will know how grateful we are to have some moisture to sow into, because yeah, pretty much the last 3 years really we haven't had any. Well, last year and the year before we genuinely had zero, but yeah, it's been a very, very nice change. That's one. So what else has happened since I filmed? Pretty much we've sort of just had like, oh, actually we had a wheel fall off. That was awesome on this one of the, oh god, yeah, as I was saying, we had a wheel fall off of this DBS, which was awesome. I'll attach some photos of it, but it wasn't too bad. I luckily caught it. It was actually by fluke. I was getting out to have a break because I was falling asleep, which is never good. But yeah, so I jumped out to do a check of everything, and yeah, I saw there was a massive drag mark for about, luckily only probably 50 meters, and yeah, my mind went straight to thinking I had a stubble block, which would be very unusual in that area because there was next to no stubble in the paddock. And yeah, anyway, as I kept walking around the bar, I noticed I was missing a wheel. So that was awesome, but yeah, as I said, sort of caught it pretty early. The wheel bearing had failed. We think it got water in it, and yeah, we forgot to check the wheel bearings. We usually do them every year or two, but this year we just forgot, and yeah, bit us in the bum, unfortunately. It takes stuff like that to happen for you to realise that should be a yearly check, which I'm sure it will be from now on. But yeah, other than that, we sort of just had little random things every year. How is this? Every year, I meant every day. How on earth am I meant to make that reach here? Can someone tell me? I think we're going to have to add that about there on. Bear with me. Right, well, I've got it all hooked up according to the diagram, so I'm going to try. It should be sitting up here, but for now I'm just going to see if it's going to work. Right, I got TJ out here now. Just loaded up with a bit more tunnel. Hang on. Right, I got TJ out here now. I'm going to get him to see how this goes. Yes! I think I've messed them up. Okay. I think I've got them hooked up the wrong way around, but that worked. Go down. Up. Right, when he goes down, nothing's happening, so think about this. Okay, well, I'm not sure if this is going to make any difference, but I've just reversed these two over because they're the lines that come from the tractor. I don't know why it wouldn't go down at all, but yeah, anyway, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Well, it's going down. Will it go back up? Right. So it'll only go one way. Why is that? Right, update. I've disconnected, like we still can't get it to lift. Disconnected the hoses and we've got no oil flow coming from the tractor now. There's absolutely nothing when we go up. There's no pressure, but when we go down there's oil coming out. So it's seeming like it's further down the line. The other day when we were playing around with this, we had pressure coming out of both hoses. So I don't know what is going on here, but stay tuned. Okay, we might be on a winner. We were messing around, about to blow the lines out with the air compressor, and when we pulled the lifting line, the green hydraulic line, we noticed that this had let go. So the spring internally was busted, and yeah, that would explain why it wasn't allowing it to lift. Wasn't allowing the pressure through that line, but still not. Bloody pigeons, man. The rats of the sky. I'm still not 100% sure as to why backing the hydraulic flow off for the last week. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Backing the hydraulic flow off for the last week or two has sort of fixed the issue for a bit, but so yeah, we're not really sure as to why that was, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure if the valve block now needed to be replaced, so we're going to diagnose that later. For now we just want to get going. So I'm up here at the boom spray pulling off one of these nipples, and I'm going to replace it and use that instead for now, because this tow behind boom spray is not getting used until the seeding's finished. So hopefully that is all we need. Now I just got to figure out what one it is. Well, that's the same size, so that should be it. We'll go back. I've said that about 5 times trying to diagnose this thing, so I won't hold my breath, but far out, I hope this fixes it, because I'm sick of this. We have finally had some success, and we may have saved ourselves $2,000 also. Yeah, so that nipple here was the reason that it wasn't lifting up and down. It wasn't allowing oil back to the DBS, because we had oil everywhere else, from the tractor to the air cart all the way back, but yeah, past the air cart it was not working. So the valve block we're going to keep on hand just in case, because we are suspicious that was still playing up last time, and when we dropped our oil flow it seemed to work alright. But if it gets through seeding, then we're just going to return the valve block, because yeah, that's $2,000 that we won't have to spend, which is awesome. So this should lift up. Oh my god, that is a nice sight. Right, well, I can get back seeding now. It is, what's the time? It's 12:15, so we've wasted about 3 hours on that. Yeah, so fingers crossed that that's all it was, because yeah, it's going to be a huge win if that's all it was. Then we're on the right track, because yeah, we've wasted a lot of time. It's quite frustrating. We're jumping to conclusions, but it makes a lot of sense now. We were thinking it was that valve block, because that's like a priority valve, and it locks off the tractor hydraulics so that it holds its own pressure. And it seemed like, because when we would engage our lift, it would engage for like a second and then just shut off, and just seemed like it was locking itself off with that priority valve. But that makes a lot of sense now that we've realised it was the nipple, because yeah, that spring just wouldn't have been able to hold the pressure, and it was just going flat. So yeah, that is a big win, but yeah, frustrating because we spent so much time with the wrong thing. But anyway, hopefully, I shouldn't even be talking about it because it could not even be that issue. It could be something else yet, but we think we might be onto a winner there. So fingers crossed we can keep going. We've lost a bit of time with that. Righto, it's been a couple of hours and we've had no issues with the hydraulics. Sorry. Oops. Well, I think that we have fixed that. But we are due for a fill now, and we're gonna actually no, we're not changing varieties. That's the next paddock. Yeah, we're just doing a fill. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, that's loaded. Switch of shifts now, so I'm off the tractor and gonna unload this because we're gonna take that down to Lincoln tomorrow to get our last load of fertilizer, which is cool. Means we're nearly getting to the end of things. Yeah, just tipping it straight into that trailer, and then I'll be running that up to the block ready for in a couple of days time, because we won't need it at the farm we're sowing it at the moment, just because we have got enough on board already. Damn it, that's isolated. We've got enough on board already to yeah, finish those next two paddocks that we've got on that farm, and then we'll be moving up north. We use that setup there as seeding. Well, we use it to harvest too, but it's really handy for seeding because it's not as heavy as the road train in the paddock, but we've still got that for seed and then that for fertilizer. So we get two fields out of the truck full of seed, and then 2 to 3 fields out of the trailer of fertilizer. So yeah, it works pretty well that way. And then we get the side chute, that blue tube side chute, so that we don't have to worry about. We can just pull straight past, back up a little bit, and then we can side chute it. We don't have to back up each time. It's actually really handy. We just pull straight past with the truck. Makes it so much easier for anyone to be able to load it. And yeah, it also means that we don't have to have 2 trucks in the paddock. We only need 1 person to be able to take a truck around. Because yeah, you don't need to have separate trailers for each product. You can have it into 1 truck. Makes it a little bit easier. Oh, that's loaded. Well, that's empty. That's pretty well loaded. I actually forgot to say as well that this stuff here is a bit different to what we usually get. It's still supposedly DAP, but it's a lot more powdery, and the granules aren't as big as the normal 1820 that we've usually had the last few years. It's been a bit brown, like it's browner, and the granules seem to be a bit bigger. And Dad reckons as soon as he saw it and knew it might have been a pain in the bum, and sure enough, it has been. For some reason, it doesn't seem to pick up wind as well. Like it doesn't seem to get picked up by wind as well. So it doesn't blow out the back of the bin as well as the other stuff used to. So yeah, we had issues in the paddocks where it's they yielded really well last year, and the fertilizer rates are up. We've had a few blockages. Like I got out the other day and from the front of the air car all the way to my outside wing was just chocked up with fertilizer and grain. So yeah, we've had to, in the paddocks from last year that yielded well, we've had to back off a gear and bump our wind rate up about 100 RPM, which doesn't sound like much, but with those fans is a fair bit. So yeah, that seems to have fixed it, but fingers crossed this next load isn't that same shit. But it's not the end of the world. It's just something else you have to think about. There's another 850 odd feedlot lambs ready to go. Go to market. I think they're going end of this week. So we just bring them from the feedlot up here into those containment yards with some lick feeders and some hay, and then yeah, they wait there until I'll stay there for a couple of days, because that's just freed up another couple pens for some other lambs to go in there down at the feedlot. So they'll wait up here until the truck comes to pick them up, whenever that is, next week or end of this week. I'm actually not entirely sure. That's all sweet. Cool. I'll just lower that a little bit so it catches properly. I think I got it. Oh yeah. Perfect. I like to drop, the guy that I did my truck license with taught me to drop your hitch down a bit lower so it sort of hits there and then it has to lift up, and then that way it lifts your jack off the ground, so you don't risk jacking your bending your jack. Same with when you're hooking your tippers up. Same sort of principle. Just lower it down a little bit so that way when your turntable catches, it actually lifts your tipper up a little bit, and then you don't have to worry about bending your jack stance. That is hooked up. These trailers are so bloody easy to hook up and unhook. Shout out to SET, good mates of ours from Coffin Bay. Well, actually no, now they're in Port Lincoln. But if you want a good set of trailers made that looks sick, hit these guys up. He knows how to make a bloody trailer. They're shit up. Well, I've been demoted. I'm now in the sprayer doing the the preamp for the wheat, tomahawk wheat that's going to go up here on the lentil stubble. So I'm just going to get rid of my offset because I don't need that. Putting out Roundup, Paraquat, Ester and Trilate, because this has been hit with Roundup and Ester about 10 days ago, so Paraquat should just knock it off nicely. Looks like there was a nice green strip here that's been missed though, but the rest of it should do pretty well from. But yeah, I'm steering the shit. I don't usually drive, well I do drive the spray usually during the middle of the year, but not during seeding. So it's nice to change it up and jump in something else for a bit. You get sick of driving the one thing after too long. Right, well, finished that load. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to end this video here. Yeah, appreciate all the support, and we'll see how I go getting this uploaded. It's pretty hard with seeding being so chaotic, but I'll do my best and get it out as soon as possible. But yeah, make sure to subscribe. There's someone coming back in the tractor now, but I'll yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.